Hi everybody, I'm just jumping on here in between doing all the horsey things. I've got my horsey stuff on, but I think it's important to keep posting what my investigations are finding. So my next little podcast is about when safeguarding is turned into a custody battle. This podcast episode explains how cases where mothers report abuse are routinely reframed as custody battles and how that reframing transforms protection into punishment. This is not about gender, it is about systems, language and power. From safeguarding to dispute. When a mother raises concerns about abuse, particularly sexual abuse, the case rarely remains focused on safeguarding. Instead, it is reframed as a custody dispute or high conflict separation. Once labelled a custody battle, abuse becomes an allegation, risk becomes conflict, fear becomes hostility, protection becomes obstruction. Does it sound familiar? The child's safety is no longer the centre of the case. Protection is redefined as alienation. When a mother limits contact to protect her child, her actions are no longer interpreted through the lens of safety. They are interpreted as preventing contact, undermining the father, alienating the child. The system does not ask why contact was limited. It asks whether contact was facilitated. When the father wins. If the father is granted residence or the child is placed with him under a care order, ka-ching, the narrative is finalised. The mother is recorded as the source of harm. From that point, her credibility collapses. Contact is reduced, then supervised, then severed. It is the mother who no longer sees her child. The reality of alienation. This outcome is described as restoring stability. In reality, it removes the child's primary attachment figure. Let that sink in. Let that just sink in for a moment. I hope the taxpayers all know what they're funding when they think they're funding the child protection system in the UK. The child loses their safest relationship, their advocate, the person who raised the alarm. This is real alienation, but it is attributed to the mother. The missing truth about mothers. Most mothers do not want to raise children alone. Most want a safe, supportive father. Yeah, that's me. Shared responsibility. Yeah, that's me. Children benefiting from two loving parents. Definitely me. Safeguarding is not opposition to fatherhood. It is opposition to harm. The core statement. These cases become custody battles only after safeguarding is reframed as competition. Once that happens, the mother who tried to protect her child is the one who loses her child.